my garden that doesn't tend to get shown very much, but this is the little back area just outside our back door. I recently took down our trampoline because our children don't really use it anymore, so I'm giving it to our neighbours, and I've cut down some trees here. Well, most of them, I'll get rid of the main trunks, but that's so I can put more fruit trees in. So that one's a nectarine, and I believe that one is a plum. So my next task is to try and reduce this by sort of cutting it down, then putting it through the mulcher, which I think give me a nice bit of mulch, and then give me space to then work on this garden area, and probably put nice sort of flower beds around the edge as well. We'll see how we go. Clearly still more to trim, but that's a good portion of it done. Go this way. Yeah. That's the mound to put through the chipper. So that's what I'm up to next. I've got a big blister on my hand, so I don't really want to keep doing the chopping with the secateurs, so I'll see if I can get into this lot now and reduce it to garden usable material. So the current state of the backyard, these are a whole bunch of rocks that were in here, presumably from the previous owner making garden. These bits are basically garden edging, as you can see there and there as well. I'm planning to put those along here to sort of stop things going between the two, between our house and the neighbours. This post here is where I found some asbestos in the ground, which presumably the previous owner or workers who worked for them left there. So I've got that trunk out yesterday. I've still got some more over there to get rid of. So then I'm going to clear this, put the branches and logs and things here, and make some sort of semi-raised beds there and tidy this up. Anyway, the bits of the tree that I've now trimmed down are here. So that's planned as today's work is mulching that down and seeing how we go. Well, that's the current state of the chipping. There's still a whole bunch of that because I think it's the pittosporum, and that tends to clog the chipper, at least at the moment, because it's probably a little bit wet, but also I think just the density of the leaves. But this area is now cleared, and the pittosporum's there, got a nice lot of mulch there, so that'll get me started at least. But now I have to go and do school pickup. So this is how the raised bed in the backyard ended up. So I've already put in some bought violas, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, alyssum, and I also had a couple of possibly sweet peas, I think, or snow peas from some of the soil. That's right. More alyssum. I've got the nectarine tree that has been growing there for a while. That was one that I got from, or grew from seed. I've got one of the two hebes I've planted out there. Another nectarine that I've grown from seed. You might just be able to see over there a couple of not snow peas, those ones are actually sweet peas that I've grown from seed from my successful sweet pea over by the greenhouse. I transplanted them here. I'm not sure how they're going to go. That one's actually looking a bit worse for wear, but that's alright. I'll put some more in later. So one of the orange trees I've grown from seed in there. Apple tree I've grown from seed, and apple tree grown from seed. So that's how that's turned out. I'm pretty happy with that. Just waiting for the grass seed here to take hold and grow. So I shouldn't really be walking on it at the moment, but it's still fairly fresh, so I don't think it's too big an issue. But there you go. Hopefully, eventually, if these sweet peas don't succeed, I'll put some other ones in, because I think they'll look quite nice growing up there. And get a nice little bit of scent going on. There you go. Clearly a bit of a windy day today. Hopefully it's not mucking up the sound too much. Anyway, I'll leave this a little bit here. Got my new hedge plants in. A bit of a snowball tree. This will be the sterile version. See how they go. So last little bit of this update. But if I'm not mistaken, that looks like a fresh bud, and that looks like some fresh growth. That one is a little bit harder to tell, but I reckon there could be some growth in there too. Now these are cuttings that I took from the store-bought Granny Smith out there, which I believe is a grafted apple tree. I haven't really had much experience with taking cuttings, but these I did try something because I was curious. I don't want to spend money on rooting hormone, although I know it can help a lot in propagating cuttings. But I thought surely there's a way to actually make your own. There are a lot of sort of myths and legends, I guess, in regards to making your own powder and hormone rooting sort of things. But one of the ones I came across actually said you can use aloe vera, which is what that is. That's actually a leaf from an aloe vera. We have about, I think, at least 2 plants that kind of came with this property. So we have aloe vera to spare, and it's a very hardy plant. It kind of keeps growing back. So I thought, well, it doesn't hurt to try that. So I simply snapped off a couple of leaves, as you can see, rubbed them on the bottom of the cuttings, and it looks very much like that has succeeded. So I don't know if that's the aloe vera or if it's just I did a better job of actually taking cuttings, but compared to the gooseberry cuttings here, which may still come through, to be honest, I mean, they're not exactly right to be starting budding yet anyway, although other plants are, because we've had a very mild winter. But I'm very pleased, get the focus, very pleased with these and quite optimistic that they're actually going to come about and give me some more apple trees, which would be nice. Anyway, I shall leave it there. A little sort of short mid-month update. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.